Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today is day 13 of our Kubernetes series and today we will see a hands-on demo for secrets. In our last video, we understood what config maps and secrets are, and we also learned why we should not hardcode configuration values inside the pod or deployment YAML because those values can change across environments like dev, QA and production. So to reuse the same pod definition in different environments, we store the configuration data in a common place and then reference it from the pod manifest. For this purpose, Kubernetes provides two special objects, config map and secret. These are Kubernetes resources used to store configuration separately from the pod definition files. In the last video, we saw how to create a config map and how to use it inside a pod. We also learned an important point. If a config map is consumed as a volume, updates reflect automatically, but if it is consumed as environment variables, updates do not reflect automatically and we need a pod restart. Now, passwords, API keys and certificates are confidential data and we don't want everyone to be able to see them. To handle such sensitive information, Kubernetes provides another object called secrets. Config maps and secrets are almost the same in terms of how we create them and how we use them inside pods and deployments. The main difference is secrets are meant for sensitive data and they are stored securely. In Kubernetes, secret data is stored inside etcd and Kubernetes supports encryption for secrets in etcd. Now let's see how we create a secret and how it looks in real life. Let me take you to the IDE. So all the secret related files will be available under day 13 folder of our Kubernetes series. Now what I will do, I will copy the existing SH students cm.yaml from day 12 directory to day 13 and rename it SH students-secret.yaml. Now in this file, the kind will be secret instead of config map. And I will also change the name to SH students-secret. For simplicity, let's store only one value in the secret, that is db_password. Now one important thing to remember is the data inside the secret must be given in base64 encoded format. So if you want to encode a plain text value from the command line, you can run echo-n then string pipe base64. This will give you the base64 encoded value for the string test, and that encoded value is what we will put inside the secret YAML. So copy this and paste it here. Just like config maps, we can store any number of keys inside a secret. Kubernetes provides different types of secrets and this is the official documentation link. Now let's quickly understand the secret types in one line each. Built-in type opaque, used for any arbitrary user-defined data like passwords, API keys, tokens, etc. Kubernetes.io service account token, automatically created token used by service accounts to talk to the Kubernetes API. Kubernetes.io Docker CFG. This stores old style Docker registry login info from ~.dockercfg file. Kubernetes.io Docker config JSON stores modern Docker registry login info from config.json file. Kubernetes.io basic auth stores username and password for basic authentication. SSH auth stores SSH private keys for SSH authentication. TLS stores TLS certificate and a private key for HTTPS communication. Bootstrap.kubernetes.io/token used for node bootstrap authentication while joining the cluster. Since we are storing arbitrary user defined data like DB password, we should use opaque. Similar to this one, we will need to provide type is opaque. We are using OPAC because our use case is arbitrary user-defined data. Now, inside the SCH students deploy.yaml under day12 directory, let's add the secret as the environment variable. Under the container section, just below the ports, under environment, add -name db password, value from secret key ref, then name of the secret and the key. So what's happening here? Name db underscore password means inside the container the environment variable will be called db underscore password. Secret key ref means we are reading the value from the Kubernetes secret, and here name is SCH student secret. The name is SCH student secret name, and here key db underscore password is the exact key name inside the secret, that is db underscore password. So in short, Kubernetes will automatically fetch the password from the secret and inject it into the pod as an environment variable. Now save the changes and push them to Git. Since I am using Git, git add dot git commit -m secrets created and git push. Now in the Kubernetes control plane, first pull the latest changes since I have already cloned the Kubernetes playlist repo here. Git pull. Now apply secret.yaml, that is inside day 13. So kubectl apply -f day 13, then SCH student secret.yaml. Secret SCH students -secret created. Now apply the deployment file, that is inside day 12 directory. For that, kubectl apply -f day 12 and then SCH students -deploy.yaml. It will show deployment.apps SCH students deployment configured. Because the deployment already exists, we are just updating it. Now check the pods using kubectl get pods. Pick any pod and exec into it and search for environment variable. Kubectl exec -it, then pod name /bin/bash. Here we can search environment variables. So you will now see db underscore password, and that is coming from the Kubernetes secret. Verify the secret in the Kubernetes. To list all secrets, we can do exit from pod now, kubectl get secrets, and to view the secret YAML we can do kubectl get secret, then secret name -o YAML. So here we can see db underscore password. Please note Kubernetes secrets are base 64 encoded, not encrypted. That means the value can be easily decoded. For example, if I do echo -n and then this base 64 value, pipe base 64 -decode. So as you can see, the secret is decoded easily. So we must make sure we restrict access to secrets using RBAC, role based access control, because anyone with access can decode the secret, or they can exec into the pod and read environment variables, just we did earlier here. That's why in real world organizations, many teams use external secret managers like CyberArk Conjur or HashiCorp Vault. So here is the official CyberArk documentation link showing how to set up a CyberArk secrets provider for Kubernetes as an init container or sidecar container. If you want me to make videos on setting up HashiCorp Vault or CyberArk Conjur for Kubernetes secrets, please mention it in the comment box. Since we have used the secret in our deployment as an environment variable, one important thing to remember is, if the secret value changes, the pod will not automatically pick up the new value. We will need to restart the pods to reflect the changes. So let's quickly test this in a live demo. Let's get the base64 encoded value for the string test123. Echo -n, then string pipe base64. And copy the output value. Edit the secret directly in Kubernetes using kubectl edit secret and then secret name -o YAML. Let's copy this output value, hit enter. Here update the db_password value. Save the changes. Now let's verify by checking the pod environment variables. First, check the pods using kubectl get pods. Now exec into any pod and grab the password. For that, kubectl exec -it, then pod name -env pipe grep db_password. You will notice the value did not change. Now we restart the pods. For that, do kubectl get deploy and kubectl rollout restart deploy and deployment name. Now verify the pod status using kubectl get pods. Once pods are running again, exec into the pod and check the environment variable using kubectl exec -it new pod name -env pipe grep db_password. Now you will see the value got updated. So in interview, you can confidently say secrets consumed as environment variables required a pod restart to reflect changes. Now your task is use a secret in the deployment using volumes and volume mounts instead of environment variables and paste your YAML in the comment box. That's all for today's session. If you found this helpful, hit like, share with your friends and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Meantime, happy learning.